Merhaba, and welcome back to the Ottoman campaign in Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So, we still got some invasions going on. We're invading central Italy, despite the invasion showing up on the wrong side. And if I open an invasion of southern Italy, will the circles overlap? So I can take them both at the same time. That would be very handy if that was the case. Other than that, I've got my my battlecruiser force, minus the one being repaired, heading in here to take Cyrenaica. And it looks like I might have to take southern Egypt as well before the British army takes back northern Egypt from there. And then I guess I'll have to sail back here and take back Persia, because I'm gonna lose it. Onwards to the next month and the next year. There has been another revolution in Britain. They had one a couple months ago. They're losing a lot of transports. I'm losing some, but they're losing a lot. And they took Persia from me. And Scandinavia is... okay, those are very similar colors right there. But yeah, they've taken North Honshu. Interesting. My lone light cruiser is taking the Trucial States from the British, hopefully preventing their invasion of Oman. Now I've got tonnage here. So that is the Western Mediterranean. This is the Adriatic. You'd think both were in the Adriatic, but that's not the case. And somehow, these ships have made it through. Were they in Naples the whole time? I'm not sure. But they are there now. Southern Egypt, 28,000 tons. Well then, this force will have to go and fight this force. These ships should be sufficient to take southern Egypt from me, from the enemy. And we got some convoy missions. I wonder if these ships were just finished now in Naples. Yeah, they got a lot of ships in Naples. Alright. So, yeah, we need to take Italy from them before they just keep pumping out ships in my Mediterranean. But first, convoy missions. Are we going to start with the destroyers? Let's start with the cruiser mission. Mahmudiyya and Orhan up against Suffolk and Foresight and a destroyer. Right. It's a night fight. You can just follow Mahmudiyya. Means you can slow down to some kind of cruising speed. Like so. The Ottoman torpedoes off until I need them. That's still only a 4,500 ton light cruiser though, so it should be difficult to hit. I'm not sure exactly how that is supposed to be following the armored cruiser, but let's just watch and learn how the expert helmsman guides this ship in formation. The enemy is to the east. So it's not a night fight. Just kind of foggy. It's the nice kind of foggy weather, or cloudy weather, excuse me, where it doesn't actually just cover the entire sea with fog, making it so that you can't see even the course your ships are following. Yeah, cloudy. Overcast is the foggy weather. Why that even exists when you already have this in game is a question. There we go. Suffolk has been spotted. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have secondaries on Mahmoudiya. Just 2 flavors of primaries. 4-kilometer torpedoes. You can keep firing at that cruiser, the Suffolk. Let's take a look at that. I forgot to last battle. Yeah, no, this is not a bad, like, layout for the ship. That's actually very respectable firepower for an armored cruiser. Respectable armor as well. A little bit slow. But other than that, it's on par with my own. .2, 6.5. Yeah, armor is about the same. I got 11.6s, I got 11s, but mine are Mark III. Theirs are also Mark III. Quadite 2, Dunite. Light shells, standard ammo. There you go. Damaging their main tower. Maybe you should fire AP with those 11s. She wants to fire HE with the 11s and AP with the 7. No. Now HE with both of them. At 9,000 meters, I should have enough pen to go through. There we go. Flooding. Destroyed secondary tower. We could just take out their main tower. And maybe hit a main gun turret, causing a flash fire. Those cordite and dunite explosives. That would be very nice. Let's take out Foresight first. There we go. Yeah, light cruiser is not doing too hot. Yeah, she's gonna sink. Switch. Destroyer. Light cruiser is done. Well, they don't have torpedo range. Maybe something like this, where you can just about see the sinking wreck in the background. Take out Oriana first. I think Orhan might be able to get close to Suffolk and torpedo it. Oriana is a difficult target to hit, though. I said. If you can just knock out your torpedoes, I wouldn't have to worry. Yeah, those 11-inch guns are doing a lot of damage when they hit. But we are in torpedo range now, and they are fast torpedoes. Difficult to dodge. But no, we're good. We're good. Do you have torpedoes, Suffolk? You do not. I got plenty of range on my torps. In fact, I got a bow launcher too. I think I can get closer. And perhaps launch from the bow launcher while closing in. There we go, bow torpedo going out. Is it gonna hit? No, they detected. They're trying to avoid. But it's gonna hit. Side torpedoes going out. Are they gonna hit? Yes, actually. We're gonna sink it. We're gonna sink the Suffolk. 98 million. Okay, mine is a little bit more expensive. Fair enough. There we go. But we also sank a light cruiser that was quite a bit more expensive than Orhan. I mean, that's... you couldn't ask for a better win than that. Barely a scratch taken. Now, the other convoy battle is going to be a bit more challenging. I think we might take Crucial States before... before they take Oman. Destroyers on destroyers. So yeah, we're basically just gonna roll the dice here and hope it goes our way. We won this before. Similar fight. Alright. We're gonna have to get very close if we want those torpedoes to hit. Or otherwise, just rely on the guns. Which are not that reliable. Regular, trained, regular. Okay, we're being spotted. There they are. Now, these are the ones that had reduced ammunition for torpedoes. So they can get one launch each. Can I avoid these? I think I misjudged here. Nope. We're fine. We're good. Masterful. No luck, all skill. And I avoid my own torpedoes too. Whitehead, you might be in trouble here. You're firing AP, yes. Are you in trouble here, Whitehead? No. Looked good for a second. Yeah, they're a bit faster than mine. Not a lot faster, but a bit. See if I can just sail right up alongside Zodiac. And then slam a bunch of torpedoes into her. Torpedoes, which by the way are slower than their destroyers and my destroyers. What is that? Come on. Not even the right direction. You launched them backwards. Dash 16 is flooding. We could just land some flooding hits on the enemy. There we go. At least my transports are safe. Red or damage. There we go. Engine and flooding. At least flooding. Might not need torpedoes for Zodiac. Yeah, no, she's gonna flood. Right then, Whitehead. One down, one to go. I mean, I could disengage and call it a win. But if these guys are already in the Mediterranean, then I want them out of it. Yeah, no, they're selecting AP on their own. Now you're coming towards me. Now you're sailing away. But Dash 15 might intercept from this angle. If I want to have a good chance of hitting them with torpedoes, I basically have to be right on top of them. Just because the torpedoes are so slow. And they're quite maneuverable. What is going on with these torpedoes here? Like... Yeah, we need to score some flooding hits and slow it down. That's, otherwise, this is kind of hopeless. Because with the target ship size and the target fast speed combined, the chance to hit just isn't there. Okay, they're smoking, getting closer. Sadly, they're getting closer to the one that already has launched in the wrong direction. Very typical early game destroyer on destroyer battle. No one is hitting anything. There we go. Penetration. No flooding though. You're out of ammo, Whitehead. I'm almost out of ammo. Down to 80 only. Which isn't too effective. There we go. I actually launched in the right direction. But the enemy turned, so that won't help. Chance to hit is supposedly pretty good now. Here comes weather. At least I don't have to be dodging torpedoes I can't see in the fog. It just completely stopped. Actually, why don't I drop down to cruising speed? There we go. I don't have to worry about return fire. This is a very silly battle. gonna surrender. I don't know why they stopped. 44.9, 45. There we go. Finally. But yeah, 2 enemy destroyers sunk and the transport is safe. Yeah, the convoy was safe. And my destroyers took very minor damage in return. Let's see, yeah, opened that invasion against the Trucial States. How much did that require again? 1800. So that's good. And southern Egypt, 28,000. Which we are taking care of. Alright, we're gonna lose Eritrea. Sadly, not much I can do about that. Ethiopia is a landlocked region, so I can't counter-invade it from the sea. Another British admiral replaced. They may not be ruling the sea, but they are ruling the land. And I gotta fight it with a torpedo boat. That's not ideal. And they sent some ships here to engage my light cruiser. Darn it. Southwest. They're spotting my transports. If my destroyers had trouble killing their destroyer, I don't think my torpedo boat will fare too well. But maybe. Just don't launch the torpedoes backwards now. You did. "15 torpedoes in the exact wrong direction." Very cool. Little torpedo boat. Well, Saturn is out of torpedoes now. The transports are hitting it though. Will I have to rely on my transports to defend themselves? I think I will. There we go. Yeah, get wrecked. Get wrecked, Saturn. Thank you, AI-controlled transports. Right, next one. Nice. This is good. Canopus class battleships, 300 million a pop, 21.8 knots. They got 12-inch main guns. Probably Mark IIIs. They're definitely dreadnoughts. Okay, price point is varying, probably because of full loss and stuff, but... Yeah, and two of the Drakes, we've seen those before, 11.6-inch guns. And the Napier-class destroyers. So, curious to see their battleships. Let's see if we can take them on. Yeah, that's their silhouette. Let's see, we got Is No Good and Well Off mixed in between. We got the new Bayezid Pasha with the 16-inch guns. You got Mesadiyya with the 14s. Let's see, armored cruisers. Again, I wish this game had like an actual deployment phase. Similar to Total War. There we go. We're now ready. They didn't have a lot of destroyers, did they? I've already forgotten. I think they had 2. Drop down to 14 knots. 13.2 is their maximum cruise speed, where they get the maximum bonus. But as long as they are like below this little mark here, they do get a cruising speed bonus. Ten-kilometer torpedoes ought to make a dent into their battleship line. Hopefully they are, well, they are slower than the battlecruisers, but hopefully also less maneuverable. So we're actually going to get more torpedo hits on target. Because the torpedoes are very slow, so they're going to have a lot of time to maneuver before the torpedoes cover the almost 10 kilometers they have to travel. Oh, depending on how far away they launch. It's nice that I'm outnumbering the enemy in terms of capital ships this time. Maybe I won't need the destroyers. Let's take a look at a British battleship. Only Mark IIs, actually. I was sure these were Mark IIIs, but they are quite long. So 15 kilometer main gun range. Very decent armor, 16 main belt. And good quality too. Light secondary battery though. My Mark III 13s do outrange them by a lot. And I've got increased ammunition. Because I've got tube powder and TNT2. Making my ships less explodey. There's the destroyer screen. Let's see. Yeah, torpedo range. Dash 8 is pretty much crippled. Do we have torpedo range? We do. Get those torps in the water. Pellew still has torpedoes. But Obedient and Swordsman do not. The cruisers are up here somewhere. Oh, typical. You are done. Let's see, battleship line. You probably need some targets, don't you? Beta. You don't have the range. Bazid Pasha. Azadia. You're not in range yet, but you're gonna be. Well, you still had torpedoes pell you. Let's see. We're hitting some torpedoes. Almost a dud on revenge. Anson, you're the target for Dash 7. Need to get into a slightly better position here. Destroyed torpedo. No. Not all of them. Good. There they go. The fish are swimming. Now. Torpedo target. No. Excuse me. Torpedo target. And torpedo target. There we go. Anson goes down, taking a whole lot of torpedoes. Dash 8, you are in very good shape. Cannot be said for all the other destroyers. Torpedo hits on Revenge. On Caesar. Hopefully these can make it out. My gun line is getting closer, getting into range. I don't care too much about the enemy destroyers anymore. Although it will be nice if my destroyers can get away from them. So I can use them again in future battles. In terms of hit points, they're not too badly off. Except for Dash 7, which just sank. All my battleships have switched targets to the destroyers. That's not the way. Waterloft, you can target any destroyer. Barbaros, Hyredin is not good. You're a dreadnought. And otherwise, yeah, secondaries just on the closest ones. Armored cruisers, you can just take on one each. It'd be nice to just get them gone so my battleships don't keep switching targets. And I need them targeting the enemy battleships. One more destroyer. Torpedo boats are getting away. Good. They're too damaged. I don't think I will risk them doing another torpedo run. But maybe now that the screens are gone. What kind of explosives are you running? Tube powder and dunite. Okay. With tube powder, they're not going to be too explosive. There we go. Cruisers do not carry torpedoes. We just hit Revenge with some pretty damaging 16-inch shells. Let's put the new battleship on the thumbnail. Yeah, Feta is taking the brunt of the enemy fire. We're certainly hurting the enemy battleships as well. Well, you run all the way away now. Oh wait, you're coming in from this side. Swordsman sinks due to heavy flooding. 13.5s are hitting Caesar at long range. Flash fires aboard Australia. I keep thinking Feta is taking catastrophic hits, but they just sound loud. They're not that damaging. Most of the time. You probably get away without having to be sent for repairs. Unless she takes some really big ones. Casadilla out is switching to Caesar, which is now in range. Aurora is going to sink. 2 battleships on each of the enemy battleships. And secondaries can take care of the destroyers. Obedient is still afloat, barely. But with that amount of fire pouring in, don't think she's gonna last that long. Maybe. I can shut off the main guns on the cruisers. Caesar is the most intact one, so she's the one I want to torpedo. Obedient goes down. Not that intact anymore. There we go, torpedoes away. I just assume some of these are gonna hit. You have taken a torpedo before from somewhere. Now you're gonna get a couple more. 3 more torpedoes. The angles are not good, considering these actually have pretty good extended belts. I think King Edward is sinking. Yeah, there goes King Edward. Means the big 16s on Bayezid Pasha can now fire at Revenge. The 16s have done a lot of damage, considering I only have 4 of them. Turn you to sail more broadside to the target. That might not be necessary because Caesar is going down. And And there we go. One more British battlecruiser, battle force sent down, including 4 of their dreadnought battleships. This is quite excellent. With the amount of victory points we're getting, the peace treaty when it comes, that should give us a lot of war operations, including possibly a lot of territory. Ah, destroyers. I was afraid they'd send a huge task force to attack my light cruiser, but no, I think we can take the destroyers. The trick will just be to avoid their torpedoes. And then gun them down. Because I don't think their guns are going to do anything to me. There they are. Oh, guns on Viscount. And torpedoes. You can just launch them in the wrong direction. I guess that's fine. Don't know what I expected. Enemy torpedoes detected. One launch, but they haven't run out yet. I know I'm not hitting much maneuvering like this. I'm just trying to get them to launch their torps. There we go. We got 3 torps left. No torps left. Can you dodge my torpedoes? Which... yeah, you can. But they were actually launched in the right direction for once. There you go, Christopher. Sail in front of Viscount. Take all the hits. Let's get some cruising speed here. I'm not really afraid of incoming fire if you can't penetrate me. There we go. One down. One left. We've got a decent chance to hit, so... how about AP on the secondaries? Is that going to cause a lot of flooding? They should have just enough penetration to go through, but not overpen. And it seems that's right. We're getting a lot of penetrations. There we go. Nice. And again, barely a scratch taken. Now then, one meeting left. And it's just a single destroyer. Another Napier class. We're gonna have to just do this one next time, I think. As an appetizer to whatever comes after, if we get any big battles or something. Goodbye, and take care.